If Lenovo wants to scale consistently, the answer isn't just ads. All right. It's not just more content, it's infrastructure. What I'm proposing is not a random marketing service, but a complete client acquisition engine. Okay. So the framing is very simple. We're not going to come and run you a campaign. We're not a content agency. We're not an ads manager. We install client acquisition engines, one integrated system with three jobs. All right. We're going to attract the right people, qualify them automatically, and compound the revenue month over month. Every piece connects to the next, and the whole thing runs whether you're with a client or not. Okay. Now, this slide probably looks familiar. Most credit repair businesses are growing, but they're growing on a foundation that has holes in it. Okay. Revenue is tied to referrals, ad spend with no back end to actually catch these leads, people expressing interests, and then never hearing back because the follow up is manual and very inconsistent. The good news is every single one of these systems is a problem. You are not the problem, it's the system. And systems have solutions, okay? We are one of those solutions. Here's exactly what our automated engine looks like. We have 5 stages, fully automated, running 24/7. Step 1, content. We're going to produce 2 to 4 short videos every week. We take care of that, okay? Each one is engineered to attract people who are already thinking about fixing their credit, right? Now, step 2, ads. Whatever content performs organically very well, we're going to turn into paid ads. We already know it works, right? It performed very good when we made the video. Now we're just going to amplify it. That's it. That's all ads really do. We're going to amplify the videos that do very well. Okay. Step 3, AI qualification. My favorite part. So when every lead comes in, right, it's going to get filtered automatically. It's going to be scored, routed, and either booked, nurtured, or flagged. Okay. There's going to be no human time spent on people that are just going to waste our time and not going to come with a bag full of money. It's as simple as that. We're not chasing. Okay. We're going to book automatically. All the qualified leads are going to literally schedule themselves to hop on a call with you so you can close them. No back and forth. Like I said before, no chasing whatsoever. Step 5, we're going to nurture. Everyone who doesn't book right away goes into a 90-day follow-up sequence, okay? Nothing falls through the cracks, ever. This whole system, each stage is fed to the next, right? The content warms the audience, the ads amplify what works, AI filters the lead, qualified people book in automatically, and everyone else gets nurtured until they're ready to buy. Now, let me show you this in the real world. This is one of my clients that I work with. She is a barber in Miami, okay? Now, her calendar had a lot of gaps. She wasn't really getting constant bookings. She wasn't filling her seats out every week as much as she wanted to because she wanted to work a lot more. She just didn't have enough clientele, okay? It's an obvious problem for a lot of these local businesses is the clientele, right? So what did we do? We came in and told her exactly what content to make. She'd never ran a marketing campaign in her life. She filmed all of her content by herself, no phone, or with a phone, no production crew at all. So what we did, we came in, we set up our system, and we ran a $1,000 ads campaign, okay? $1,000, right? What did it generate? 4K, 4x ROI. You don't see that quite often, do you? That's very good for paid ads on a barber, okay? So literally in 2 weeks, she was able to get all of her chairs filled out. And now she's having a lot of repeat customers, meaning they're coming back because of the follow-ups that we send out. We give them promotions, things of that nature to nurture them right back into her chair, okay? Now, The ads didn't work because we spent a lot of money. They worked because the content was right and there was a system behind it. Okay. That's what it comes down to. Now, our second case study here is very recent, actually. I work with a deck company called Bungie Builds, right? It's in Bergen County, New Jersey, where I grew up. And when we started, there's literally no social media presence, not even a website, no digital presence whatsoever. 100% of the business was ran word of mouth. Now, word of mouth is very, very good, but in today's day and age, social media kills. So what did we do? We literally set up their whole social media content strategy and socials in general and just started posting. What happened? 2 weeks later, 200,000 organic views and 2 jobs booked for March and April at $8,000 a piece. $0 in ad spend. Not a single dollar have we paid on ads yet. Okay, now let's look at what this engine is actually running. So this is what we're hoping to do, right? Being conservative for our first month here, 40 qualified leads, okay? At a 25% close rate, you're probably even higher with your close rate. I just don't know your numbers quite yet, but these are what I'm assuming off the bat. And that's usually how these numbers are very similar to the average credit repair company. So say we book 16 out of these 40 qualified leads into calls. We're going to close at least 4 of them at $4,800 a month. Okay. Now this is how much we're targeting for that 12-month period, $15,000 to $20,000. It's fantastic. Now, if we go crazy and we're able to qualify 80 leads and book in 36 calls, we're going to try to close 11 clients. And right there, we're going to be at $1,300 a month, right? And then our 12-month look is going to be 30 to 40K. And then the same thing with the aggressive. The more leads, the more books we're getting, and then we're closing more. It's just how it's going to work. As the ads amplify, the leads will amplify, the book appointments will amplify, and of course, we're going to close more and make more money. It's how this works. It's very systematic. Now, here's everything that gets built out. We're going to have 6 components here: content, paid ads, the AI qualification system, a full CRM, custom pipeline setup, booking automation, and of course, my favorite part, the follow-up sequences. Now, I want to be very clear on this. This isn't 6 separate services that we're just stitching together into one deal, right? No, this is an engine. These are 6 different gears of the engine. Everything talks to one another. Everything uses each other to perform. That's literally what it does. And the thing is, you own all of it. The CRM, the sequences, the AI flows, it's all yours. If we ever stop working with each other, you're going to have what you need and the infrastructure is already set up and you just have to run it yourself. Okay. So if you don't like, or you don't want to continue doing it, you will literally have everything you need to just do it yourself. Okay. If it ever comes to that, right? Now, what will happen in 30 days, right? This is my 30-day timeline. This is what we're looking to do in the first month, okay? So week 1, foundation layer, right? The CRM is going to be live. The ad accounts are all going to be configured. We're going to create these AI flows, test them all out, and then we're going to have the first video briefly delivered, right? Week 2, everything is going to go through QA, right? We're going to test all these AI flows. We're going to book. We're going to have the automation booking set up, switched on, and all the follow-up sequences ready and loaded so that once we get a warm lead, we can start nurturing them and getting them ready for a call, right? Now, week 3, we're going to launch. All the ads are going to go live. We're going to put all the content out. We're going to push, and leads are going to start entering the pipeline. Now, Month 2 and onward, so after this first month, it's all about optimization, right? We're going to take this data that we have from this first month or first 2 months, depends on how much data we actually get, right? And we're going to scale, right? What's working and cut what isn't. It's as simple as that. What's working, we're going to double down on. What's not, we're going to literally just throw out. We don't need that. We're going to use what works. That's how we scale, right? Now, you'll have leads entering the pipeline inside of the 30 days. Most clients are going to book within like week 3, right? But that's the whole point. That's part of it, right? Now, I want to address this, right? Something before you bring it up, because you probably worked with some sort of marketing agency before, maybe not, maybe you're doing it all by yourself. I don't really know. But even if you worked with a marketing agency before and it didn't really work, or it worked for a while then stopped, and when like you stopped paying, you had nothing left, right? But this is the difference here. Like, we're creating infrastructure for your business. These fundamental systems are not going to leave you, even if our relationship goes a separate way, right? You're going to have these systems already laid out for you, right? You own it. At this point, you own it. It's the CRM, the AI flows, nurtures. You're going to see it all right in front of you on your dashboard, and you're going to be able to just copy it if you need that, right? For the future. The thing is, most agencies measure the activity. They're going to post published clicks, impressions, all this stuff. But the one thing that really needs to be measured is how much money we're making, right? Why do we need to really worry about the post and the published, the clicks, all this other stuff? We need to know how much we're making and how much we need to double down on. It's all about the data, right? So every decision we make is tied to bookings and closed clients. Now, next slide here. Here's what the ongoing engagement looks like. So there's obviously no surprises. Every week, we're going to have the new videos delivered. We're going to monitor these ads, all the pipelines. We're going to make sure everything's running right. Every 2 weeks, we're going to test a new ad creative, and then a sequence performance is going to be reviewed, and AI flows will be refined based on the data, right? So as these weeks go on, we're going to improve constantly with the amount of data we're actually getting in, and all the leads and all the bookings, all the metrics we're going to just use to make sure everything is running in the most efficient and profitable way it could, right? Obviously, the biggest part here is every month we're going to have a full revenue report, the close rate, the monthly recurring revenue, all of our projections, whatever we think is going to happen. Then we're going to sit down together, look at all these numbers, and decide what to scale, pause, or change. Okay. So you'll always know exactly what's happening, what the data says, and what's coming next. Numbers don't lie. So if you're looking at the data, that's all you really need to do. We're just going to double down on what works. We're going to get rid of shit that does not work. Simple as that. Now, I want to walk you through how we protect this investment, right? Because I rather address these now than have all this shenanigans come up later. So with ad spend, okay, we're going to start small, like 500 to 1,000 if you want, but nothing scales until the data says to, okay? We're going to fully rely on the data to up the ad spend, okay? So what that means is we're not going to use money when we don't know what works. We need to figure out first what works. So we're going to start small, okay? Now, lead quality. The AI qualification systems gates every lead before any human time is spent. So you only talk to people who are serious, right? We're not going to run around the bush on somebody that's really not going to be paying, or really not going to be super serious about what we have here to offer. Okay. Now, attribution wise, it's all about the follow up, right? There's going to be 7 touch automation sequences running for 90 days. Nothing falls through because no one has to remember to follow up. It's going to do it automatically. That's the whole point of AI. Why do we need people sitting there wasting time looking and following up when we can have the AI do it, right? Now, all the CRM taggings, all the leads, they're tied to a source, so you always have exactly the data you need and what's driving the revenue and what isn't. You'll have all that on the dashboard. So yeah, those are the risks. Now, the price. I charge $2,500 upfront to build this infrastructure, right? And then $250 a week to run it, of course, with the short form content, and then the whole AI or the whole ad campaign, right? But for you, we're just going to start with $250 a week, right? We're going to get it going. And once you get paid, I get paid. It's as simple as that. Once we start making you money, you can pay us. All right? It doesn't get any better than that. Honestly, you're really just paying for the $250 a week, okay? And then the ad spend will be included in this, right? We don't even have to run ads off rip, right? It's all up to you, right? But we have to see what does well, and then we'll port ads into it. Obviously, this presentation is mostly about is finding what data works, and then we're worried about where we're putting our money to start stacking, right? It's going to exponentially increase once you add the ads. So we just need a foundation first. We're going to build that out completely for free. We're going to do the $250 a week. And once we start making money, then we'll start talking the numbers. All right. So I don't know what you're waiting for, but I'm ready to get working for you. And we're going to make some fucking cash because this is the best it gets for you and for your company. Let's get to work.